Hey, this is Shamford for Skill, and I am part of the Boros Legion. Now, I just went to the Magic pre-release for Gatecrash, and I joined the event, and you get this very nice box that comes with all your limited needs, I guess you could say, or your sneak peek needs. So when you sign up, they ask which box you want. And luckily I got the last Boros, and yeah, so my pulls weren't very good. My card pull was could have definitely been better. I didn't get many good rares that were like out of draft, so like Shocklands or whatnot, and I also didn't get many like good rares that were for draft either, or like limited, sorry. And so yeah, let's crack this guy open. So when you open it, it does not have this Demir symbol on it. I just stuck it on. You get this greeting card. It says the Boros Legion, Horizon Military Academy. With your enrollment in the Boros Legion, you have become part of the grand tradition of protecting Ravnica that spans millennia. From lowly grunts up to the angels, we fight as one, arm in arm, facing Ravnica's other guilds as a united force. Welcome, Legionnaire. So it's kind of like a recruitment thing where you open it, you're just like, you get this cool letter. I'm definitely going to keep this. I think this is very neat. It's very flavorful because of, I like Magic because it's flavorful. It's very, very nice. And the thing I like the most is that at the very end it says, you are allowed one hand weapon and one sentimental item. Any other personal belongings must be cleared with your section commander. And I'm like, that's good. Now here's a checklist of things you could do that makes you a very Borosy person, like exclaiming for justice and glory when you attack with 3 or more creatures, and this is basically just a piece of cardboard, and it says continue your battle for your guild, and basically it's advertising. And then you get some stickers. Of course, this is Gruul and this is Demir. My Boros sticker was actually on my shoulder because I felt like doing it. Because most of the charms are actually on like their shoulders or like some part of their armor, so I decided to stick it on my right shoulder. And when the people asked me what am I playing, I just showed them like my shoulder. It's like, guess what I'm playing, and they're just like facepalm. So yeah, because like this is not a white sticker, it's actually clear, so it actually looked pretty okay. So yeah, it comes with a dice that's the color of your guild. So since Boros is red-white, I have a red-white dice. The downside is that I wish they would have like the symbol instead of the actual Gatecrash symbol. It would just be a Boros symbol. That would make the dice more personalized. So, but you can't ask for too much. So this is the deck I drafted. I made in my limited tournament. I did okay. I definitely could have done better because some god-awful reason I'd managed to draw like 12 out of 16 of my land like 3 games, and I just basically lost. None of the games that I've lost was actually like a close game. It was always like land, play a guy, and then it gets killed, land, good game. And then I'm like, fuck it. Every game I won, it's been pretty convincing. And I played against a deck that sucked. An Orzoth deck, which I lost, Orzahoth or something. I don't know how to pronounce that word. I lost to. What was the other deck I lost to? I don't remember. I lost to an Orzahoth deck because I drew land, and then I played a Simic deck against a Simic deck and I won. I played against a Boros in the finals and I won. And what was the last one? I don't remember. Last one might have been like a mix of like 3 different colors, and I don't remember what it was, but I won that one too. So, and I lost another game somewhere, I don't remember. So in total I lost 2 games and I won 4, so it was a pretty okay record. For some god-awful reason, my brain told me not to run a certain card that was very good, and I was just like, cool brain, I believe you, and it's kind of just went down from there. And like I realized this after I lost to it in the final, like I lost 1 game in the final round to it, and I'm like, that card is very good. And my friends is like, oh my god, you're retarded. I told you it was good. And I'm like, no, man. Anyways, I was tired, so onto my deck. This deck is not actually very good, but for limited purposes, it's pretty decent. So I have one Foundry Champion. This is my promo guild guy, I guess. He's a 6 to cast 4/4. When he enters the battlefield, he deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control to target creature or player. He's pretty good because he pays for himself when he enters the battlefield. Basically, you can like shoot it at their head, or if you can kill a creature if it's like an annoying creature. Overall, I think he was pretty good. He didn't really win me that many games. I've won like one game with him, but that was about it. Normally, every time I played him, he either got like counterspelled or like he just died to a removal spell. So yeah, Foundry Champion is pretty good. He has Fire Breathing, which gives 1 red plus 1/+0, and like some white ability that gives +0/+1. So he's pretty good card. The next card I had was Orderan Veteran. You see this? Okay, Orderan Veteran. He has a battalion effect, and what battalion means is that when you attack with at least 2 other creatures, this card gains an ability. So for now on, I'll just refer to this as the battalion, or like battalion effect. His battalion gives him double strike until the end of the turn, so he could get in for 6 damage, but the downside is that he has 1 toughness, so he dies to a lot of things. So unless you're attacking with battalion, he's really useless. Homing Lightning, it's a 4 to cast, deals 4 damage to target creature, and each creature with the same name as said creature that you targeted. So like against the spirits, you can just like smash out all the spirits at once. So this card might see constructed play. It's like, I don't think it will, because it costs a bit too much. It's like, it costs the same as a board wipe, when it could be a one-sided board wipe if you kill all the spirits, but that's only if they only had spirits. But of course this targets other things too, so it's pretty okay. Technically you could use this to clear out like a board full of angels from Entreat the Angels, so you might see this played, I don't know. I pulled 2 Scorchwalkers. He's a 4/1 fire, 4/1 elemental, 4 to cast 5/1 elemental. But the most important part is he has Blood Rush, which is you can discard this card and pay his Blood Rush cost, which is 2 red and 1 colorless, and target attacking creature gains +4/+1, +5/+1. Now this is a really good card, mainly because you can surprise people with this +5/+1 for game, or +5/+1 protect my creature, kill yours. Or like if he double blocks +5/+1, like kill all your dudes. He can be a creature, but once again the 1 toughness makes him so he doesn't really do anything unless like he becomes unblockable somehow or has evasion. So I played 2 of him. I would have played more, but I didn't have any more. So Hellraiser Goblin. This card's pretty good. 3 to cast, 2/2 Goblin. Each creature you control have haste and attacks each combat of Able. So basically gives all your guys haste and they have to attack, which is fine because when you trigger all your battalion effects, generally they protect themselves, so this guy has nothing but value. 1 Boros Reckoner. This card was like probably one of the best cards I've had. He didn't really win me games, but he set me up to win games. Basically, he made me get so far ahead that I could win games with it. So he's a 3 to cast hybrid red-white. And he's 3/3, so a very solid 3 to cast 3/3. And then you can pay 1 red or 1 white to give it first strike until the end of the turn. Now first strike is pretty damn good. And then, well, if I don't pay it, what does the other ability do? Well, anytime he's dealt damage, he deals the same amount back. So what does this mean? Okay, so say you have like a 5/5 guy, right? And then he attacks and you block. After he dies, he can deal 5 damage to something because he took 5 damage. This card is very powerful, especially because there was a lot of walls that were 1/4, and if you attack with this and they block with a wall, after dealing the 3, you can use his effect to deal 1 back to the wall, so it actually takes 4. He actually helped me get rid of a lot of walls, so it's a very good card. This is probably the best card I've actually got in this deck. So 1 Boros Keyrune. This card was also very very key. Get it? No. But it was very key to me winning a lot of games. Boros Keyrune turns into a 1/1 red-white soldier artifact creature and gains double strike until the end of turn. So What's so good about Double Strike is that if you pump it, it deals retarded amounts of damage. So a lot of games I've actually won by just going like, okay, attack with this, and then like no blocks, +5/+1 for 12, and then like it's a straight up game. Like 12 damage is a lot of damage. So I run a lot of pump spells, so every time this key rune attacks, he has a good chance of losing like a good like 2-digit number of life. So yeah. Boros key rune, I only got one, so I played one. Frontline Medic, another very good battalion card. His battalion makes all your creatures indestructible, and he has a secondary ability that sacrifices card. Counter target spell with X in its mana cost unless the creature controller plays 3. So what does this mean? So if they have a card that goes like, say like red X, you can sacrifice this, and then you counter that spell unless he pays 3 mana. So this card is pretty good, mainly because he makes all your guys indestructible. One Sky Knight Legionnaire, very good card. 3 to cast, 2/2 haste, flying. So you play him and smack in right away. So this really helps if you got like turn 1 nothing, basically, because I don't have any 1-drops in this deck. Turn 2 Battalion Dude, turn 3 Battalion Dude, turn 4 you just go, and then it goes like for like 12 or something, and then it's just really good. So I only have one, so unfortunately. Bomber Corpse. Corpse? Yeah, corpse. Not like dead body corpse, but like Black Ops kind of corpse thing. His battalion is that he deals 1 damage to a creature or player. This card is very good in when I used it. Every time, basically, I dealt 1 damage to a card with 2 toughness to make sure, like, if they want to trade, they can trade with this, which I'll then blow them out with like a pump spell. So they actually don't get to kill my dude, and my pump spell just became a removal. This actually makes it, and I can also snipe out a lot of like chump blockers, because there's this 1/1 skeleton that when it dies it goes back to your hand. It wasn't very good, but it kept like chump blocking my guys, which was really annoying. So I was like, ping it, and then and if they have nothing you want to burn, you can just like shoot it to their face. So it's a very good card. 2 Aerial Maneuver, white colorless. Target creature gets first strike, 1/1 gains flying and first strike until the end of turn. Now this card was very good. A lot of flying creatures were like 3 toughness, maybe 4, 2 maybe sometimes. Like there's a lot of different ones. And then a lot of times when I have a guy on the ground and they attack in, I go aerial maneuver, give it flying first strike, +1 and block, and like they can't even hurt my dude because he has first strike. So just, I kill the guy, and it's just really powerful. Especially if you have something like this guy who will just die to basically anything. Giving him flying is very neat. Or you have a Scorchwalker, giving him flying is like, well, you see like a giant flying burning elemental thing trying to kill you. It's pretty scary. 1 Boros Charm, undoubtedly one of the best cards in my deck. I've won so many games with Boros Charm just by going pump, Boros Charm, give double strike, and like my deck is basically all pump spells and like a couple of good creatures because I just didn't pull creatures. Boros Charm does 3 things for red and white. It does 4 damage to target player, which is a lot of damage. Permanents you control are indestructible this turn, which is great. Nice Supreme Verdict, or like so you're attacking with everybody. Boros Charm blocks, and like you just plus like crazy. Or target creature gains double strike until end turn. All 3 juicy abilities. Very good. Probably the best charm in existence. I have 3 Martial Glory. Colorless. Red white. Target creature gains +3, and target creature gains +3/+0 and +0/+3. So instead of putting, so you could ask like, what's the difference between like it just saying +3/+3? Well, like if you have a battalion squad, which you should, and then like you attack, and then there's like this weak guy, and then they're just like, I'll just block him, and you can go give him 3 toughness and give the guy that's unblocked +3 power. So like I can get him for more damage, and I save my dude so he can attack another day. Very good card, especially with all the pumps in my deck. Pump, double strike, kill, pump onto key rune, attack for 8, pump on key rune, attack for game. There's just a lot of good things you could do with these pump spells in Boros. So 1 Wojek Halberdiers. This card is very good. 2 to cast, 1 colorless, 1 I keep calling colorless. 1 red and 1 white. It's a 3/2. Now it has an upside as well. His battalion is first strike, So this card is just very good. It's very, and it's a common. So I only pulled one though. Yeah. Syndic of Tides. This is like Extort Bear, and for those of you who don't know what Extort is, whenever you cast a spell, you may pay 1 white or 1 black. If you do, each opponent loses 1 life, and you gain that much life. Basically, if he's on the field, every time I play something, if I have spare mana, I'm just gonna like take 1 life from him, and he loses 1. So it's just, I mainly played it because it was a white 2/2 for 2 mana, but the Exort came a couple of times that. It might have made a difference, but I didn't really use it very often because my mana base is like my curve is very steep, I guess, so that I had to go creature, kill you, pump, and I just didn't have the space to play this card. I have 4 Daring Skyjack. Yeah, okay, yeah, I know. It's a 2 to cast, 3/1, very powerful card, and if his battalion is gains flying, so once again, like most of the battalion cards, they kind of suck unless they have battalion. So when you attack with 3 of these guys, they're all flying. It just gets in for very good damage. And of course, if they have evasion, they're taking this and it's like, okay, pump it. Basically, the premise of my game plan was every time he lets something through, I'm going to pump it and hope I can get in for big damage. So, and it worked pretty well. I won a game by doing 17 in 1 turn because I went Kirun attack, and then go double martial glory, is it? Yeah, martial glory, and then it was like a 7/7 and I went 14 and some guy, and then like one of these guys came in for 3 and that was game, and yeah, the cards are very powerful. And last card in my deck is Furious Resistance. I never actually used this card because I was always attacking, so I probably should have taken this out sometime along the way. It's an instant. Target blocking creature gains +3/+0 and gains first strike. Now this almost guarantees that you get to kill something just when you're blocking it. But especially like when they have a big guy and you have this guy or something. Because most of the creatures in the decks are 3 power or higher. And then they attack, you go block, give it Furious Resistance, he gets first strike and +3/+0. And then you just like clear them out. So that's my deck, and I just some lands and 1 Boros Guildgate. My deck wasn't very good, but it was very fun. I enjoyed it. I won like 1 pack, which isn't very impressive considering first place got a whole box. And yeah, so this actually made me want to play Boros a little. So I might be making a standard Boros deck, but I don't know, probably won't. So yeah, this is my experience with the Gate Crash pre-release. It's definitely very fun. If you are interested in Magic or you want to get started, definitely the best way to get into it is from a pre-release, because everything is set up for you. You get to have fun with people who aren't trying that hard, and it's like they can't really try hard. They have to like cheat, but that's not good. You know, they just like trade all their cards and stuff. Have like a complete blinged out Boros deck, and you're just like, okay. I met a lot of Boros decks in the finals. Like the table I was sitting at had like 4 Boros players, and then it was pretty good. Overall, it was a very fun experience. You guys should go check this stuff out, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.